Now, with the third and fourth place playoff, as well as that for the final of the Africa Cup of Nations taking place this weekend, people from Cameroon, Burkina Faso, Egypt, Senegal, all excited ahead of their team's games. In fact, Egypt is taking on Senegal in tomorrow's final. Ahmed Kajee is live to us now from Fordsburg, where a number of people from Egypt in particular have businesses there. And Ahmed, I wonder if it is business as usual, so to speak, considering the excitement around what's taking place in Cameroon.
Yes, and it seems, at least for today, then this morning, with it being more than 24 hours until kickoff, business seems to be carrying on as per usual in the Fordsburg area for many of the Egyptian business owners. But in terms of what we can then expect, going forward, coming into tomorrow with kickoff at 9 p.m., the excitement is definitely going to be building from around midnight to perhaps even 6 p.m. this evening. Normally, the excitement really starts to build around 24 hours for many fans across the world, and I think it goes across for any sport for that matter, whether you be coming out to watch a Rugby World Cup final, a Cricket World Cup final, or even a Continental Cup final, like we are seeing tomorrow with Egypt and Senegal taking place tomorrow. Egypt obviously through to the finals after a penalty shootout which took place. That was on Wednesday evening, and then earlier in the week, just the day before that, it was Burkina Faso and Cameroon. Burkina Faso rather being taking on Senegal rather. Senegal winning 3-1 with a goal from Liverpool, Sadio Mane. And then staying with the Liverpool theme, which seems to be the big aspect of what we have seen from the Africa Cup of Nations. His Liverpool teammate, but counterpart when it comes to the matches right now, his Egyptian opposition player, Mohamed Salah, who's also a Liverpool player over there. That seems to be the big theme coming out of the match, which will be taking place tomorrow. This evening's match, the third and fourth place playoff with host Cameroon, they were knocked out on penalties against Egypt as well. So the excitement which will be coming up, which is rather disappointing, is normally a sweet sour event which we normally see with the third, fourth place playoffs, which normally takes place the day before the final. But joining me right now is Egyptian businessman and obviously Egyptian football fan, Brother Ashraf Mohammed. He's a store owner out here in Fordsburg. Brother Ashraf, thank you and Jazakallah for joining us here today. How are you feeling ahead of the final tomorrow evening?
Excited. We can't wait for the game to start. Our revenge, we waited for it. We've been beating the last two games of Senegal, so we can't wait for it to start.
And then, going into tomorrow, there's big excitement heading into the match. Where will you be watching it?
Hopefully we're going to close a bit early so we can get home and sit and watch the game with some of our buddies,
I mean, the Egyptian community over here, especially in Fordsburg, is very big. Many other brothers and sisters have businesses such as these. How are you going to be engaging and communicating with them?
Well, actually, we've decided to divide them into groups. Each group will meet at a certain place, and we will sit together and we get to watch the game, yes.
And then tomorrow, where exactly are some of these spots? Will it be in and around Fordsburg, in and around Johannesburg?
It will be in and around Fordsburg, yes.
And then what are your predictions for the match tomorrow?
We're going to win 1-0 at least. We're hoping for it, and I think Mohamed Salah is going to score it.
Perfect. Barakallah, Brother Ashraf. That's massively appreciated. That's Brother Ashraf Mohammed over here. He is a store owner in the Fordsburg area. Egyptian fan and Egyptian national. Been living here in Johannesburg for the last 27 years, Ayanda. So I'm sure the passion to head back to Egypt and at least hoping that Egypt comes through with the victory must be very strong over here in the Fordsburg region as well. It's actually a long trip ahead for Senegal and for Egypt. They will be taking each other on in a couple months' time in the World Cup qualifiers. It seems that one team will be winning a trophy come tomorrow evening, and then only one of those teams will be making it through to the next World Cup as well. So some big things coming through, at least from the football fraternity, not just for tomorrow evening, but at least heading into the next year ahead with the next World Cup coming up in December. Ayanda.
Ahmed Kajee, live to us there from Fordsburg. Thanks very much indeed. Some local perspective to an international tournament, without a doubt, that is being watched at the very least across the African continent. Ahmed, thanks very much once again.